station putting local first. You're watching Studio 9.
Welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Robert Bettis. This is Positive Southwest Living, a chance to be a tourist in your own town. We have an absolutely wonderful show for you today. Of course, it's time to shop. Only a few days left until Christmas, and Academy Sports has it covered in every direction. You can shop the old-fashioned way in the store, or you can order online and even do curbside or inside pickup of those items. Your little pets are also going to be enjoying the holidays, but there are a few things you must make sure they do not enjoy. Foods that could kill your pets. And my friend of 25 years, Estella Casas, joins us today to talk about her new job as the executive director of the El Paso Hospital Foundation. She's got a telethon she's about to host right here on KTSF. If a child in El Paso is diagnosed with cancer, that child is likely to be cared for at El Paso Children's Hospital, which is adjacent to UMC, and you see it when you're passing on the freeway. Well, there's an opportunity to help out those kids, and joining me now is a friend of many decades, Estella Casas. Estella, nice to see you.
Good to see you, and thank you so much for the opportunity to come and talk about the El Paso Children's Hospital, the El Paso Children's Hospital Foundation, which I'm a part of. I'm the executive director of the El Paso Children's Hospital Foundation, which raises money to buy equipment and do some programs, and we pay for some programs, we finance some programs that benefit the children who are at El Paso Children's Hospital.
Now, Estella, you were supposed to retire from the news and kind of take it easy, put it into a lower gear. That is not what is going on. With you as the executive director, that El Paso Children's Hospital Foundation, it does a lot.
Yes, it does. So UMC Foundation, El Paso Children's Hospital Foundation, Children's Miracle Network, and Borderless Giving all fall under the same category.
You run all three.
I run all four.
All four.
And what we do is help raise money to pay for programs. For example, we just recently got $150,000 to pay for oxygen concentrators for UMC. An oxygen concentrator, you get to go home with an oxygen concentrator after you've battled COVID-19. They're $2,200 pieces of equipment, and we are going to be lending them out because we got all that money for them. We have been raising a lot of money for El Paso Children's Hospital to pay for different programs. One of the programs is close to my heart. They're all close to my heart with those kids, right? But it's a therapeutic arts program, and this is a program where if a child is in the hospital for an extended length of time, they get a canvas, they get a blank canvas, and then they get to paint whatever they want, their feelings, put their feelings on paper because it helps with ease the pain, ease the anxiety of being in the hospital and getting treatment for cancer or for any other kind of illness they may have.
So they wouldn't have anything like that. Something as simple as paints and a canvas can change a child's life. So
absolutely.
And then there's more sophisticated equipment. You talked about some kind of sanitizing, which is a big thing now, sanitization. What is that machine?
Absolutely. So it's a UV machine, and we have two of them. Thank God that we were able to raise some money to pay for these two pieces of equipment that are $45,000 each. It's an equipment that's a long piece of equipment that comes in after the room has already been sanitized by people. It goes in there, and in 5 minutes it sanitizes it even more for the next patient to come in.
UV light
exactly.
Oh,
and it's pretty cool stuff.
That is cool stuff. And equipment that is simply too expensive for the hospital to just go out and acquire all that, so your foundation is critical in stuff like that.
Absolutely. Everybody thinks that your taxpayers, your tax dollars pay for the hospital. No, this is a not-for-profit hospital. So we depend on donations, and that's how we can buy pieces of equipment. And it's a challenge. We are hoping to buy 50 NICU cameras. So the parents who are not able to be with their brand new baby can see their baby in a camera.
Oh, I was one of those parents, twice over.
See? Yeah, so you know that you want to touch them, but what if the father has COVID or the mom has COVID or the grandparent who's supposed to be taking care of that child and helping with the family can't see that baby? They can see him on a camera. So, you know, these are stories, and these are pieces of equipment that help transform the lives of children and entire families. I feel like I'm working with purpose and a very fulfilling job.
Well, Estella, there is a way that the whole public can team up with you coming up. And so when we come back, we're going to tell you about a very special telethon that you are going to host right here on KTSM. So
Segment sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Anybody at school that makes you melt like this queso burger? I think it starts with the, right?
Stop! You're so mean! Sonic queso burger.
Add fun to your Christmas list with hot deals only at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get up to 50% off ride-ons, 20% off rods and reels, and get up to 40% off gotta-have fitness equipment. Shop Christmas deals at academy.com and get free curbside pickup.
This is a paid advertisement by Amel and Kirkendall Dwyer LLP for legal services.
We travel the same road, knowing the unexpected may occur. When you need us, we'll be there. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, Texas Motorcycle Lawyers.
Your news every hour in prime time is on News Nation on WGN America. News Nation reported on protecting consumers from some hospital bill collectors.
We have seen bankruptcy.
And how one black police officers chapter broke down barriers to confront racism.
Other states look up to us to see what we're doing.
News Nation covers your nation every night starting at 8, 7 Central on WGN America. Go to newsnationnow.com to find WGN America on your cable or satellite provider.
Missed this week's Studio 9? Log on to KTSM.com now and click on the Studio 9 tab for past episodes.
I can have a crunchy demeanor sometimes.
Yeah, you're a little crunchy, you're a little abrasive. Maybe that crunchy person just needs to eat something, and then they'll be a little less crunchy. Yeah.
Sonic Fritos Chili Cheese Junior Wrap. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the crunch this morning.
Putting local first. It's not just covering sports highlights or scores. It's digging deeper and producing award-winning local stories that make a difference in our community. I'm Andy Morgan, and I'm part of a dedicated team of journalists that take your average local story, focus it, and deliver the details that benefit our home. So when it comes to our young local athletes or our pros in the big leagues, thanks for choosing KTSM 9 News, putting local first.
she left the news, and now she works to make lives of children better in El Paso. Estella Casas is here. We just spoke about all of the things that the El Paso Children's Hospital Foundation does, from major equipment like the sterilization equipment to the canvases that the children can pay. So now the public has a chance to help you fill the coffers and help those kids. So tell us about the telethon.
You know, a lot of people, I understand that a lot of people have lost their jobs or are having a tough time putting food on the table. But I think right now during COVID, people also feel like they are making a difference. Like they can, they're not standing idle and they're not letting COVID ruin their holiday spirit. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of Christmas decorations up already.
Yeah, early.
It's not even Thanksgiving, but they're all up because we want to continue feeling
People
that.
want to feel joy.
Exactly.
They want to feel purpose.
Yes.
They want to feel happy.
Exactly. And by giving and sharing the love and joy, that's the name of our telethon. It's the Share the Love and Joy Telethon here on KTSM from 6 to 7 on December 11th. And, you know, you can help make a difference in a child's life by donating, you know, 20, 30, 40, 100, 1,000, any amount, because every dollar counts.
So Estella, this isn't going to be where you start at like 7 o'clock the night before and go 24 hours where you're just shaken from coffee. This is a 1 hour, very concentrated opportunity to call in. And unlike a lot of telethons, the count starts at 0. This is the real deal where you will raise the money. So we really need people to tune in on December 11th. So that money, invaluable. And like you were saying, what a way to feel joy.
Exactly. When it's, you know, it's more important to give than to receive. So when you help out a child who is battling cancer, because cancer doesn't wait. Kids are still suffering from different gastrointestinal illnesses and from anything to do with the respiratory system. So that doesn't wait. It still happens, even in the midst of COVID. So we need that money to be able to provide. So I was at the hospital the other day for Halloween, and the nurses were walking around with little costumes and candies for the kids because they couldn't go out trick-or-treating. So we really don't know how tough it is to have a sick child and be at the hospital instead of putting up your Christmas tree at home. So, you know, share the love and joy telethon here on KTSM from 6 to 7 on December 11th, and I'll see you there.
Natasha and Daniel will be joining you. Every dollar that comes in goes right into the foundation.
Yes.
And then that money is going to be used to give those children the canvases to paint their feelings, get their emotions out. It's going to bring in very important equipment, like you said, the
NICU
oxygenators, the NICU cameras, the sterilization equipment. You mentioned a piece, oh, we need this, it's only $150,000.
But it's possible, you know. If everybody at home were to give us $1, we'd have more than $700,000, $800,000 if everybody did that. So if everybody gives $10, you know, somebody from your household can give $10. It all adds up.
Estella will be writing the hospital checks, and those kids will be smiling.
Yes.
God bless you. Love
Thank you
Estella.
so much.
Thank you so
Love you
much
too,
for
Robert.
joining us. Okay. More information, of course, we'll have it for you. KTSM.com. Click on that Studio 9 tab. Thank you, Estella. And everybody, do tune in to the telethon and help us out. Now it's time to shop. And if you want to shop inside or do it online and go curbside pickup or go inside the store and pick it up, Academy Sports has you covered. Stay tuned.
Segment sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Add fun to your Christmas list with hot deals only at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get up to 50% off ride-ons, 20% off rods and reels, and get up to 40% off gotta-have fitness equipment. Shop Christmas deals at academy.com and get free curbside pickup.
Have you been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident?
Are you concerned about how you're going to pay for your medical bills?
Are you unable to work due to an accident?
At the James Kennedy Law Firm, attorney James Kennedy has over 20 years of experience in representing people involved in car and motorcycle accidents.
You need an attorney who will stand up to the insurance companies and protect you. You need James Kennedy. You need my dad.
I'm James Kennedy. The sooner I get involved in your case, the better. I'm here to help you.
Hi, I'm Eric Alvarez with Expert HVAC and Refrigeration. We've been proudly serving El Paso since 1981. Expert offers free estimates on new conversions to refrigerated air, or if you're just looking to upgrade your older, inefficient refrigeration system. New high-efficiency systems will keep you cool and your monthly energy bills low. Call us at 598-1732 or find us online at experthvacandrefrigeration.com. Go Miners!
KTSM 9 would like to congratulate our Border Report team for their National Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Innovation.
That's right, my friends. We're just days away from the kids opening up their presents on Christmas morning. Oh, come on now. Does it look as though I need to dominate another sport? Okay? I'm here at Academy Sports, and of course, it's Christmas time. It is time to shop, and joining me now is Freddie Moreno. He is one of the managers here at Academy Sports. You've let me run free. I love it here.
Thank you for coming and visiting our stores. It's been a pleasure having you guys here.
Freddie, I've got a question for you. Of course, you know, we're in the middle of the pandemic, and this is our first Christmas in a pandemic, and so people want to be careful. But I have some relatives who are, I don't want to shop online. I want to go and do it the old school way. So what can Academy do for those people?
Well, we take all CDC recommendations in our store. We thoroughly clean our store. We also enforce the mask policy for our employees to make sure that everybody is being safe. Social distancing is something that we practice, very regularly in our store, and enforce it with our customers also, just to create a safe shopping environment for everybody.
Okay, so if also people want to do it online, which online sales are surging this year, you have a very special feature. They can go to academy.com, they can order, but then if they like, they can pick it up right here in the store or curbside.
Absolutely, yes, sir. So one of the advantages of having the curbside pickup is you can do your online shopping safely, and then you place your order, you select the in-store pickup option, and then within an hour, you'll get a notification that the order is ready. You drive up curbside. We have signs where you can park. You follow the link, click it, and you're ready to go.
All good. Just take it home and wrap it up.
Easy.
Okay, so a lot of people are spending more time at home, and depending on certain times, you can go to the gym. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But people still want to stay active. They still want to have fun. So what would you say to people about sporting goods and Christmas?
Well, absolutely. With the pandemic going on and the gyms being, closed, open, closed, we have a variety of equipment from weight training to treadmills, exercise bikes, even yoga equipment that can help everybody stay in shape and healthy, which is a big thing right now.
Okay, Academy is going a little crazy on the sales. Right up, there he comes. Okay, all right, I got it. Going a little crazy on the sales this year, so you've got until about December 6th, is that right? Tell us about that.
Right now we have a promotion going on until December 6th. For example, 50% off all game tables, which is if you want to create your game room. We also have 25% off on fleece, which is our apparel department, which is brands from Under Armour, Nike, Adidas, fleece hoodies, fleece pants, things of that nature. We also have a lot of promotions going on in our grills and camping, because we carry smokers, grills, electric smokers, things of that nature also. So,
camping. Now that has gotten very, very popular, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
A way to get outside, get away, still have some fun, get some fresh air. What are your top selling items that people love to come in and, ooh, I want that, I want that?
Right now, it's for Christmas, we're selling a lot of the ride-ons, which are the electric Power Wheels for children, and a lot of children bikes that start from $50 and go all the way up. So we have a lot of those items right now.
So those are the big wheel trucks and things like that?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Those are the gifts that the kids absolutely love.
You know what? When the kids come down and see what Santa's left them, oh my gosh, they go crazy. They love that stuff.
Absolutely.
What about backyard games? One good thing about the pandemic, families are spending more time together and they're doing things together. So what do you recommend for the backyard? What are some things Academy sells?
So Academy Sports and Outdoors sells a lot of backyard games such as horseshoes, bean toss games, which is growing in popularity right now.
Bean toss?
Yeah, bag bean toss. It's very popular right now. It's a great way for families to get outside and stay connected without being in a lot of public areas.
People love Academy, and you have 2 locations. Tell us about that.
Correct. We have 2 locations in El Paso. Our location on the east side is 201 South Americas. It's off Loop 375 on the east side. And then we have this location, which is 801 South Mesa Hills, right across the street from Sunland Park Mall.
Perfect. So academy.com, of course, you can order online. You can have it shipped to your house. You can pick it up here. You can do it curbside. You can come on in and do it the old-fashioned way.
Absolutely.
Freddie, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you. If you want more information, okay, all right. Want more information? You go to ktsm.com. Click on that Studio 9 tab. Hey, back at you, okay? Thank you, Academy Sports. Looks like I have everything I need. My Speedos, my new tennis shoes. I'm ready to start running. Now, it's almost time for the holidays, and that means you need to protect your pets. There are certain things you must make sure your pets never taste. Coming up.
Segment sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Sponsored
Sponsored by D. Miller and Associates.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, don't go it alone. Take action. There are legal professionals standing by to tell you what your case is potentially worth. I'm here with spokesman Rob Wolf. And Rob, tell the folks at home who should be calling right now.
Well, it's just like you said, Gina. Anyone who's been injured in an accident, it was not your fault. You do not have an attorney. Do something about it. Call right now and they'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thank you, Rob. Take action and call now.
When we switched, we saved over $450 with AAA auto insurance.
When I switched, I was able to save over $450 with AAA insurance a year. So that was pretty spectacular. And, you know, right then and there, I signed on the dotted line.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you can save an average of $537 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free auto insurance quote to find out how much you could save.
Those savings are absolutely passed on to my other passions. So being able to support my art habit, buying art supplies, is phenomenal.
The money we've been able to save from our AAA insurance, we're able to put that money back into our food truck and our flavors and put it back into our business. There's nothing more American than barbecue and AAA.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 888-283-8491 for your free auto insurance quote today. AAA Insurance, helping you save more.
We would like to thank first responders and frontline workers for everything you've done through these disheartening times.
Thank you, hospital staff.
El Paso Police Department, muchas gracias.
We thank our paramedics.
Gracias al Departamento de Bomberos.
A million thanks to El Paso County Sheriff's Department.
From El Paso's small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses.
We thank you.
So are these the new tater scoops?
Yeah, the most amazing thing ever done with potatoes.
Wait a minute. You haven't seen my potato sculptures of American presidents yet. I need a girlfriend.
Upgrade your fries to new tater scoops at Wiener Schnitzel.
I'm Daniel Marin, and our team is dedicated to reporting on the news that directly affects our home. Choose KTSM 9 News, putting local first.
Sponsored by D. Miller and Associates.
Hi, folks, we're back. And we're here to remind you that if you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. There are legal professionals standing by to tell you what your case is potentially worth. All right, Rob, remind the folks at home who should call right now.
Anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, call right now, and they'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. Folks, you heard it here first. Take action and call now.
I'm Daniel Marin, and our team is dedicated to reporting on the news that directly affects our home. So when it comes to your money, your schools, or your family, choose KTSM 9 News, putting local first.
One. Oh, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to you too, Flynn. Oh my gosh, you've got it completely wet.
The holidays are so much fun, and it's fun to have the whole family over and to have pets, and is that a great combination? Yes and no. Joining me now is veterinarian Dr. Chris Bohm. She is with the El Paso Veterinarian Medical Association. Nice to see you, Dr. Bohm.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, Flynn is a lover.
He is a lover.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So it's the holidays. It means that it's time to bring in lots of family. It's going to mean lots of food, lots of fun, lots of drink. And family and pets don't always mix that well sometimes.
Absolutely.
So what should we start thinking about?
Well, when you're going to have friends and family over, you need to assess, do any of your friends or family have allergies? If so, they may want to take an antihistamine before they come over. And when you're preparing your house for the holidays to have those guests over, you may want to vacuum the day before they come, so it gives the dander time and the dust time to settle.
Now, I want to say something. Pets, of course, are part of the family, so if there are allergies and a family is known to have pets, you've got to consider that they were there first. That's where they live, so be sensitive to that.
Absolutely. Have a conversation with your loved ones first about who will and won't be around.
Okay, the holidays also means food.
Yes.
Lots and lots of food. And some of that food might fall on the floor, and little Flynn will find the food. And what are some foods that we don't want our pets to consume?
Well, we always put onions in our stuffing. So onions can cause anemia if they consume too much of them.
Onions?
So, onions. Garlic too, although we don't have quite so much of the garlic flavoring around the holidays. But other things like the chocolates in your Christmas stockings, they can cause a lot of vomiting and elevated heart rate. They can cause some real toxicity problems.
A piece of chocolate?
Not a single piece, but a larger amount of chocolate. It's going to depend on your pet's weight.
So if that pet consumes some chocolate, that really could be a serious thing. I always thought that was kind of a wives' tale.
No, it's really serious. So if he consumes a big enough amount of chocolate for his weight, he'll need to go to the ER for monitoring. They'll probably induce some vomiting, give him some fluids, and also maybe give him some charcoal to help detoxify his system.
Okay, so no onions.
No onions.
No garlic.
No garlic.
No chocolates.
No chocolate.
Any kind of liquids they should not be consuming at all?
Well, some people may think it's funny to see your dog a little drunk. It's really not. They don't understand it like we do.
That's not funny.
No,
Yeah.
it's really not. So I'd avoid giving your fur babies any alcohol.
Okay, so no frosty cold one for Flynn.
Correct.
Or Fluffy.
Correct.
Okay, that's definitely not good. Okay, let's talk about pets and people. You got a lot of people coming over. And I don't know about your house at Christmas, but my house is a zoo, and it's very loud. And the pets, are they going to be prepared for all that loudness and activity?
Probably not. Even a dog as social as Flynn, as you can see, he gets a little anxious when there's a lot of people around him.
Imagine if there's a whole room full of people.
Right.
He would go crazy.
Yeah, so what I do for him is I'll set up a crate in our bedroom and cover it with a blanket, and I'll keep him in his crate in the bedroom behind a closed door. I'll feed him his dinner in there, and hopefully he'll stay quiet. For our cats, we'll do the same thing. I'll put him in a different room just so there's no risk of them getting out and getting lost and adding to the holiday stress.
So you're saying create a quiet, safe space for Flynn or your pet so that the holidays, they can kind of have a little escape to go to, and the rest of the family can have fun. Okay, and then finally, what about them getting out? Do pets, I know at like the 4th of July and then also again in the holidays, the doors are opening and closing, running in and out. People may not notice who have to keep Flynn inside. What is your advice for trying to keep the pets inside and out of harm?
Well, obviously the first step is to give them a safe space to escape to. Number 2 is check your chip. Make sure your animal's been vaccinated and has a microchip. There's a National Check the Chip Day in September, and you can take your baby into the vet or animal services or even a fire station to get them checked.
One final question. Should we give pets for Christmas?
No, it's really crazy at Christmas time. The whole family should be involved in the decision to have a pet. There's so many other things we don't think about at that time of the year. We've got the tree, we've got glass ornaments, we've got tinsel, all these things that if they get into, it can really cause a problem for the baby. Yeah. Plus, puppies and kittens are a lot more work than people think they are and remember them to be. And while they're fun and they're beautiful, a quieter time of the year is a better time.
It's a big decision.
Yes.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Yes, I love you too. If you want more information on pets and the holidays, you go to our website. It's ktsm.com. Click on that Studio 9 tab. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Studio 9, and we'll see you again next time. Until then, keep the ideas coming. Send me an email at rbettis@ktsm.com. Until next time, keep smiling, keep shining El Paso.